Wow.
Oh, and was transferred? The body was transferred? Ooh.
Because the killer in there.
Oh, no. From that way. I mean, you're so good. I like it.
Really interesting. It's the prison.
우리가 왔을 때 이미 늦어서 어쩔 수 없었어요. 정호도 끝난 후였고 예견 징후도 없었고요. 완전히 작심을 했더라고요.
Signs of a struggle.
잘 맞는데요. 잘 봤습니다.
Do you think he's part of it?
잘 봤습니다. 죽은 사람도 저런 얘기가 나오냐.
탄원서 왜 갖다 놨습니까? 왜 안 말렸습니까? 죽을 거 알았잖아! 남편이 시킨 거 맞죠? 남편이 뭐라고 하면서 보내라고 했습니까? 둘이 먹고 살 방편을 마련해 놨으니 그러니 협조하라고 해서 탄원서 보낸 겁니다. 최근에 목돈 들어온 거 있죠? 그거 남편 목숨값인 거 알고 받았습니까?
겁만 준다고 진짜 죽는 거 아니라고 했단 말이야.
So he was killed.
I think so, yeah.
Somebody working in this jail, they helped him too. It's a big corruption scandal, right?
Plot thickens.
사주를 받은 거라면 왜 모든 걸 안고 떠나지 않았을까? 왜 억울함을 호소했을까?
미드는 뭐 그야말로 미드고요. 현실에선 이게 최대치예요.
그럼 여기 이 부분 합성일 가능성은요?
합성 아니에요. 이런 것도 뭐 조금만 어긋났으면 안 지켰을 텐데.
미치겠네 진짜. 얘한테 맡겨갖고. 예, 차장님.
I thought he was gonna follow him and end up hearing the talking that he's having with the guy who ordered
I think that's probably what he was hoping for.
the police.
내 전화기에 얼마나 불이 났는지 알아?
죽었습니다.
죽는 마당에 거짓말을 해. 원래대로라면 지금 우리가 아니라 경찰이 발칵 뒤집혔어야 돼. 체포의 증거까지. 네가 겁없이 나댄 배달이 뭔지 이제 실감나? 박 사장이 부른다고 달려가더니 날 참 여러모로 엿먹이네. 박 사장이 직접 알려줬어. 방시목이랑 손잡았다.
엿 먹을 거 알았잖아. 왜 안 막았지?
Escort?
Made it seem like it, didn't it? I think that's not his room. He's seeing where she's going.
서부지검분들은 10층에 있는 제일 뷰가 좋은 방으로 전부 드렸어요.
차장님 못 뵀어? 아 오프닝 하셔야 되는데 뭐 하느라고 전화도 안 받아. 아 사장님! 이게.
Sweat?
그만.
또 만났네요?
여기 증거보관실 어디입니까?
탄원서 때문에 걱정돼서요?
걱정은 이를 망친 경위님이 하셔야죠. 아직 김경사한테 얘기 못 들었나 보네. 유전자 결과 때문에 골머리 썩던데. 미치겠네. 하필 이 여자한테 맡겨서.
The woman is she, right?
저기요.
실례합니다.
뭐야 저게? What is it?
It's the
Picture?
phone that he found
A
from
phone.
the.
Oh.
어떻게 알았어요?
케이블로 해서 내가 건 겁니다.
메시지? 아는 사람이요?
박 사장이 직접 알려줬어. 방시목이랑 손잡았다.
아는 사람이냐니까요? 아, 무선 없나?
What? He's living right in front of. Oh, I mean, if it's too busy, but you still don't want to live too close from where you work.
어제 검사 결과 어떻게 됐어요?
He's lying.
그게
She knows it.
사람 피 아니래요?
Can I see the reserve paper?
네.
Yeah, it's better to act right. But she doesn't care anymore.
아 저거 또 성매매 특별단속.
미디어 브리핑은?
지금 갑니다.
내가 전수해 준 것만 잘 기억해.
가르쳐주신 노하우 잘 써먹고 오겠습니다.
영은수도 내 특별 단속팀에 합류시키기로 했다. 후배는 이렇게 키우는 거야. 뒤치다거리나 시키는 게 아니야. 지가 싼 똥은 지가 치우는 법을 만들어야 되는데.
She just seems like she's walking on eggshells all day.
고 강진섭 씨의 주장은 어떠한 근거도 없이 날조된 것이며
Those flashes are a little bit much.
She went there by herself to check.
Oh yeah.
Humans.
Oh, for sure. Maybe even somebody in the database.
Oh.
고 강진섭 씨는 수감 생활 자체를 견디지 못해 앞선 복역 중에도 이미 자살 소동을 일으킨 전력이 있었으며
So he ran away and was transferred? The body was transferred?
No, the killer, as they were escaping, had blood all over him. And so it got on the fence that way.
강진섭 재판날 바로 여기서 본 그 영상 검찰이 조작한 거죠. 혈흔 결과까지 숨겨가면서 범인 덮으려는 이유가 뭐냐고요?
박무성은 스폰서였습니다. 돈 여자 가리는 것 없이.
권력자들 협박하다 살해당했다고요?
김경사도 그거 압니다. 박무성이 그날 날 보자고 한 건 나한테 비리 폭로를 하기 위해서였는데 김경사한텐 개인적인 친분이라고 했더니 비웃더라고요. 날 뇌물검사라고 생각한 거죠. 만약에 김경사가 박무성의 실체를 전혀 몰랐다면 낡은 집에서 추리닝 바람에 죽은 50대 무직자를 단박에 뇌물과 연결시킬 수 있었을까요? 안방에 있던 박무성 노트북이 없어졌습니다. 윗선의 지시대로 접대 리스트를 찾아내려고 했겠죠. 어디서 나온 겁니까?
뒷집이요. 강진섭은 얼씬도 안 한데 다른 놈이 묻혀서 옮긴 거예요. 범인은 따로 있어요. 놀라지도 않네. 이것까지 알고 있었어요?
I still think the person in the window was the killer, not the guy who ended up dying.
오.
Because the killer had called the cable guy. In the meanwhile, he was looking through all of the stuff, trying to get the stuff.
He ran away.
When he saw the cable guy, then he went out the back door, and then they framed the cable guy. He's a terrible driver.
제가 운전할까요?
조작이 맞습니다. 내가 당한 거.
그럼 조작한 게 범인이란 말이에요? 누가 그렇게까지?
혈흔 나온 데가 어딥니까?
어.
근데 차를 왜 계속 세워만 두시죠?
아 어떤 놈이 내가 그 승차 거부했다고 신고를 했잖아요. 벌금을 40만 원 냈다니까. 그 뽀글모르씩 뭐 아무튼 뭐 정지당한 거는 1월 13일인가?
Wow. You understand?
No.
So whoever set it up found out that their taxi driver lived right there and always parked his car facing that way. He reported that the taxi driver refused to pick him up so that he would get suspended, wouldn't be able to drive, so his car would be parked there at the time of the crime.
So that the black box can take a video.
Yeah. But the working theory is they fabricated
The video.
They made the video appear like there was somebody in the window.
Right. So what you're saying is there was somebody that wanted that scene to be video taken.
Yeah.
But
And that was the way that they did it, was because the guy was suspended on the 13th and the murder happened on the 14th.
right. But the prosecutor, the bad guys, they fabricated the video.
Right.
Meaning they didn't want to have the video.
No, they purposely made a fabricated video to make it look like the cable guy murdered the guy.
But before he had that USB, that video, the rightful prosecutor, he himself checked the video.
So it would have had to have been fabricated before then. So
Yeah.
whoever was in on the murder also took the SD card out, fabricated it, put it back in there so that the prosecutor could,
Oh,
and they
get
knew
it.
that the car would be there all day because the taxi driver was suspended.
Ah. So he caught the bait. Oh, no, I couldn't.
저 집이에요. 혈흔 나온대. 저기 창살에.
Looking for more bloodstains, perhaps?
CCTV.
여기로 안 들어가고 걔가 있는 집 담을 넣은 이유죠 이게?
깡통인데 빨간불이 들어와야지만 작동하는 구모들이니.
범인은 작동을 안 하는지 몰랐겠죠.
그런 것도 몰랐다면 박무성 집으로 바로 들어갔겠죠?
그랬다가 택시는 찍힐 텐데요.
그 각도까지 계산했으면서 CCTV가 깡통인 건 몰랐다.
보이는 것만 염두에 두지 않았을까?
But it seems like he doesn't think in this way, the way that you said. I'm sorry, I'm lost. Do you
I
think he
think
also
he's-
thinks in the way that you think?
I think he's trying to figure it out.
Okay. But that's your theory, right? It's not
Yeah.
set in stone in there yet. Okay. Uy. That's cool. Sure.
여기서 피가 나왔어요.
저 택시 신고한 사람 확인 가능합니까?
승차 거부요? 그 사람도 관련이 있다는 거예요? 사건 3일 전에 딱 맞춰서 운행 정지를 먹게 했다. 블랙박스에 찍혀서 하필 그 시간에 강진섭이 범인을 몰릴 걸 계산해서 그 전에 먼저 TV를 고장을 내서 수많은 택시 중에 하필 명등포 바닥에서 저걸 골라 타서 TV를 붙여서 신고를 해서 그걸 또 검사가 결정적인 증거로 귀신같이 알아채서 쓰게 한다. 그게 가능해요?
확인해봐야죠.
To double check.
교통비 좀 부탁합니다.
That's the house of the murdered guy, I'm assuming. He just broke into.
The son's room, bookshelf. What about the I was gonna say, what about the handprint? But he must have worn.
Gloves.
I knew that he's seeing this from that perimeter size. So that was him.
벨이 울리고 대문이 열리기까지 걸린 시간은 11초. 오른손잡이, 목 치명타 37초. 37초면
And also, the killer didn't bring his own knife. He must have went to the kitchen first to get the weapon. So the 37 seconds include that time as well, did he say? Sorry, it seems like he just came out from that room. From that way.
문을 연 다음 죽인 게 아니라 먼저 죽이고 범인이 열어줬다면
I like the way the reenactments are shot with like the little timer and everything. But again, if you just murdered somebody, you'd be covered in blood. And there wasn't any blood. Like, there was only that little bit of blood on the fence, like none in this room. No, I mean, like, that's what I... And there wasn't any blood on the cable guy. So, I mean, that's crazy that they were able to throw him in jail without any physical evidence.
그래도 안 맞아. 그렇다면 남은 건 한 가지.
The killer.
뭐 해요?
Wow. I like the directing. I mean, you're so good. But I really like the way that they directed. It's showing that how much he's into this.
He's like Korean Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
뭐 한 거예요?
택시 신고자는요?
예, 통화했어요. 실어놓기래요. 아, 내려놔.
만약 그때 그 시간에 내가 여기 안 왔다면, 그래서 수사가 조기 종결되지 않았다면 진범의 흔적을 찾았겠죠? 진범한테는 내가 여기 온 게 천재 일우였을까요? 아니면 그건 역시도 설계의 한 축이었을까요?
설계면 그날 그 시간에 검사님이 여기 온다는 걸 진범이 알아야 되는데.
Didn't know that.
잠깐만. 피해자가 검사님이랑 통화 끊고 바로 통화한 사람이
사장검사입니다.
사장검사면 검사장 바로 밑인데 왜 그렇게까지 하지? 얼마나 대단한 비리를 저질렀길래. 자기야, 강진섭보다 몇 분만 일찍 왔으면 검사님도 똑같이 주장했을 수도 있어요. 문 열어줘서 들어왔는데 이미 죽어 있었다고.
아직은 아무것도 모릅니다.
Teamed up.
I like it.
I like it too.
It's really, really interesting.
I feel like it's a bit too difficult for me to understand.
Yeah, it's hard to follow
Yeah.
for sure.
이거를 어느 손에다 먹어야 되나?
Dawn.
거기 서장하고 우리 쪽 차장 둘이 친구입니다. 어떻게든 빨리 덮기만을 바라는 사람들입니다.
강력반 전체가 흔들릴 거예요. 이거 터져도 괜찮아요?
우리는 팩트를 찾는 사람들 아닙니까? 한여진이라는 사람이 지금까지 어떤 사람으로 살아왔는가 거기 달렸죠.
She popped it? The police?
강 씨가 범인이 아닐 수 있다는 가능성이 새로이 제기돼 살해하지 않았다고 주장해.
Who did this?
Wait, pause it.
범인 자꾸 공개하면 될 걸.
She did it.
She leaked it to the press?
I guess. Couldn't you wait?
No, I get it, but like from the news, the way the news was reporting, like they hadn't said like what the evidence was or
Right,
anything
right.
else. So I'm like,
Yeah, but just the fact that there must be something else. There's a possibility that he wasn't guilty.
wait, are they making that news report on the possibility or just on the?
Because it came from the source that's believable.
Okay.
사람 피를 개피라고 속여요?
강진섭이와 멀쩡했어도 이렇게까지는 안 해요.
지금 살인범으로 계속 찍혀 있으라는 거예요?
음영 벗으면 부활하나? 지만 억울한가? 깜빵 가봐야 억울한 사람 천지야.
경찰이란 사람이 할 소리입니까?
그거 어디서 나가? 왜?
Are you too?
아닙니다. 현장에서 가져온 노트북 주시죠. 후원했죠? 이거 박무성 노트북 찾았는데요. 이거 아들 건가 봐요.
아들 군대 간 새 박무성이 갖다 쓴 겁니다. 범인이 놓고 갈 정도면 별거 없을 겁니다.
살인검사로 불리는 거 알고 계세요?
영일재 전 장관님 부친이시죠? 직계에서도 조장하세요?
Keep walking. What are you doing?
In panic, baby, you've never been in that kind of
You
situation.
just keep walking.
Maybe I will poop on my pants if that happens to me.
You just keep walking. Head down. Don't say a word. What in the?
후배는 사지로 몰아넣고 참 당당하다.
Recognizes her.
Also memory.
저 제가 서류를 잘못 갖다 놓은 게 있는데 다시 가져갔다고 좀 전해주시겠어요?
Man, who's gonna steal? Gosh, you better lock the door.
무슨 짓이야?
섞여 들어온 줄 알았는데
훔쳐보다 걸린 주제에 무슨 헛소리야? 너 이럴 정신머리 있으면 나가서 사실대로 밝혀. 누구 설레발로 영수가 곤혹을 치르는지 남자답게 밝히라고.
예.
너 내 방에서 못 잊었어.
뭘 염탐하려고 뒤졌냐고?
만스트야.
죄송합니다.
그래서
보지 못한 것 같아요. 저 보는 앞에서 대놓고 뒤졌어요. 당장 파면시키세요.
내부 감사 일정이 잡혔어. 황시목이 입만 뻗끗하면 전부 다 끝장이라고. 공판주인 병은수 미디어 브리핑으로 얼굴도 팔렸겠다. 안 됐지만 영은수가 안고 가야겠어.
그럼 황시목이는요? 그냥 두시게요?
그건 어찌되거나 흔적이라도 잡은 거야?
최선을 다해서 찾고 있습니다만
박무성이 직접 들이민내야 지금 맞아.
곧 찾을 겁니다.
황시목 들어오라고 해.
Why do you think they are looking for that escort girl?
I don't know.
To close her mouth? Parents.
Like, can I just pause it for 1 second? It happens all the time that evidence comes out after the fact. Sometimes people get exonerated based on new evidence. Why in the world would she be treated this harshly?
I mean, people are mad that the proper investigation did not happen before the trial and before the conviction.
Okay, he was seen leaving the scene of the crime.
Yeah,
he
but-
had stolen goods from the person, which he then pawned, and then he ran away from police when he was confronted. That's
It all
motive.
sounds like, yeah.
That's opportunity. It's not like the guy wasn't there. It's not like they
I know.
planted evidence on him. I mean, like, it's a little bit just ridiculous. Again, I don't know if it's just for the drama.
I mean, for me, it looks
like,
reasonable that people...
It seems incredibly unreasonable. People would vilify a prosecutor. Again, I brought up the fact that there was no blood on the guy, but like based on the evidence that they had video evidence of him like walking into the house and then walking out like 2 minutes later, the evidence that she had to prosecute the guy was good, and it's not like she was the one who made the decision. There still has to be a jury or a judge that has to agree. So again, like the whole scenario of the prosecutor getting all of the blame in this particular situation, they're not saying that she did anything wrong. They're saying, oh look, there was some evidence that came up after the fact, which happens all the time.
First of all, TV show. And second of all, I still think that it's realistic that, yeah, now the TV show only focused on her. But if this happens, then the judge, like people that was in charge in this case, were all going to be blamed for. And it's realistic that people get furious that, you know, this sad thing happens.
I just think it's over the top.
엄마까지 왜 그래? 아빠가 죽긴 왜 죽어? 내가 금방 가.
예 부장님.
대화원으로 와.
Hagwon Chinese restaurant?
짜장면이요. 너 내부 감사 났어?
마린에서지 징계위원회가 될걸?
할 말 있지?
뭘요?
몰라한테 물어 알면서.
Who are these guys? Do we know?
몰라.
식사야.
실례 좀 하겠습니다. 알겠습니다. 저 죄송한데 지금 들어가 봐야 할 것 같습니다.
안 꺼낸 것만 못하잖아.
What is it?
부르셨습니까?
내부 감사 일정이 잡혔어. 여름 무모형으로 최소 한 명은 못 벗을 거야. 감사장 금배지 달려고 하는 거 알지? 그 공석에 내가 갈 거야. 99% 박자.
축하드립니다.
황금사도 축하해. 차기 검사장인 내가 널 형사삼부 부장 자리에 앉힐 거니까.
최소 한 명은 옷 벗어야 한다고 하셨는데요.
그랬지.
Is he gonna
영은수입니까?
서동재 어때?
that handsome man?
자,
He's trying to convince him, right?
재료는 준비됐어. 요리해 볼 텐가? 나는
What is this?
Sit here.
박 사장을 몰라. 알겠어?
한성 설악 리조트 1018호. 이것도 모르는 걸로 해드릴까요?
알아들은 걸로 하지.
형사 부장 자리는 좀 작은데요. 이 자리 주시죠. 차장님 가시는 길 따르겠습니다.
He's acting, right?
This is the first time that it's seemed like a soap opera to me.
Okay.
That last scene kind of threw me. The boss said that he's probably gonna have to fire somebody, that it's probably gonna be
That handsome prosecutor.
the handsome prosecutor,
I think so.
and that, what's the main character's name?
Shimok.
Shimok is basically gonna get his job, the boss's job, when the boss moves up.
No, what he, the head prosecutor, I guess what he offered is lesser powerful title than what he's having right now. But he said, I'm not going to be fine with just that. You know, I want bigger one. I want your seat.
Oh, okay. I don't think, just from what the character seems like, that he's ambitious for the sake of like wanting
He's a
titles.
one.
I think he genuinely
Wants to solve
is
this
the
problem.
person who wants to like weed out corruption, but he knows that he has to kind of go around like
Playing along with him.
play along certain things. But I really like the way that they kind of, when they were in the dead guy's house, how they like, I like the way that that whole scene was
Me
set
too.
up. I still think the female police officer, she's very naive in the dealings with the guy that sits across from her. And hopefully her naivete is finished now, because I think that cop guy can't be trusted. But I'm wondering if Woo-young-woo's dad is also corrupt.
No, if he was corrupted, then he must have not been able to raise a daughter like Woo-young. I think, I don't know, just by...
Still got that
looking at
gimbap
his
shop on the side.
Oh, maybe that is why he opened up the kimbap shop.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's just my guess, but I think he's not that corrupted.
Okay. What do you think was going on with, I'm guessing, escort? Was she just an escort, or
Yeah.
was there something more?
I think she was just an escort, but the reason that that nice guy is looking for her is because she can be a good witness.
Okay. Well, it's interesting so far. It's a pretty complicated story, but looking forward to seeing how it's going to turn out.
Yay!